Hi, welcome back to the channel. As I'm sure y'all know, the Republican National Convention has been going on this week. So we've been watching. I know it's been a little while since we made a video, so there's just so much to talk about. But mainly want to talk about in this one is Amber Rose and her speech and the response from um, people watching and the viewers and
Mhm.
maybe even some of the attendees at the convention.
Yeah.
So we want to show a little clip of her speech, and then we also have Candace Owens did a video talking about it on her show, and so we're gonna show a clip of that as well, and then talk about it.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's.
Hello, my name is Amber Rose. I'm a model and entrepreneur. Thank you. But most importantly, I'm a mother. My whole world revolves around providing for my children, keeping them safe, and giving them an opportunity for a better life. That's something that unites all American parents, whether we're Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, or liberals. We all want a better country for our children. But I'm here tonight to
Okay.
tell
Switch
you,
to
no matter
Candace.
your political
All
background,
right. And
that
then
the
this is
best
her
chance we
responding
have
to
to
that
give our
kind of and
babies a
talking about
better
it.
life is to elect Donald Trump president of the United States.
Amber Rose. That Amber Rose, the slut walk Amber Rose. Those that are not aware of Amber Rose before she hit the RNC stage, she is known for hosting annually, or she has in the past hosted annually for many years, what is known as the slut walk, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's women that are embracing their slut and walking around downtown Los Angeles half naked and basically saying, it's not my body, my choice, but like just because I'm naked doesn't mean that I can't, or just because I'm a slut doesn't. I actually don't know what the slut walk is about. And I can tell you definitively, I have been a person who has been harsh and critiqued this walk in the past, as well as those people who participated in this walk, because it is emblematic of the very many things that are wrong in this country. I talk about hoe culture the entire time. We're embracing this, and it is actually an evil, and it is an evil that is actually disruptive to women, genuinely, above and beyond. The people that are hurt the most by the idea that women have to be naked in order to be heard are women themselves. We devalue ourselves, we debase ourselves, and we make it difficult, virtually impossible for men to respect us when we denigrate ourselves and parading around the street with our boobs out because, I don't know, my friend invited me on a Saturday and that's what I should do. So it's understandable that people had some reaction. Suddenly, what is Amber Rose doing here? And some people pointed out, oh, she's got a tattoo on her forehead. But actually, her speech was a highlight of the evening. So I'm going to let you guys take a listen to just a small piece of it.
The first person I knew who supported Donald Trump was my father. I was shocked. My entire family is racially diverse. And I believe the left-wing propaganda that Donald Trump was a racist. My father said, no, he's not, Amber. What are you talking about? And when I insisted, he said, prove it. So to prove my father wrong, I did my research and looked into all things Donald Trump. I watched all the rallies, and I started meeting so many of you, his red hat wearing supporters. I realized Donald Trump and his supporters don't care if you're black, white, gay, or straight. It's all love. And that's when it hit me. These are my people. This is where I belong.
So she looked classy, she delivered points, but if we go back to trying to assess her being on stage according to the same metric that I was using for Harmony Dillon, who is this speaking to and what does this signify? Well, actually, it spoke to a lot of people. I know that it's difficult for people to recognize that this is the culture that we live in, but it is, right? So there are very many women who are living a life or have been living a life like Amber Rose on OnlyFans, trying to get attention, trying to sell their bodies. Quite literally, that's what she was doing in Hollywood, trying to sell your body to get a magazine cover and to book a magazine cover. So people are watching her and seeing her try to transition into something else. And it is going to signify, whether you believe it should or not, to other women who are living this sort of a life, that they can be something else. And so what I struggle with the Republican Party, or rather the conservative movement, are these purity tests, okay? Which is to say, and I went through this, so I am saying this very much with a chip on my shoulder, because I had to suffer purity tests when I first jumped into conservative thinking. And I want to say, it is not an overnight process, right? So when I first was red pill black and started my YouTube channel, I just realized that BLM on its face was a lie. That was it. I was going, okay, Trump getting elected is not going to put us back into chains. I don't like all of this racist rhetoric. And I actually do believe that you should work hard and not receive handouts. That's how I've lived my life. So does that make me a conservative? And in saying that and putting out these videos, my videos were going so viral. I was being invited onto Fox News. And of course I went, because wow, that's amazing. I can say something that I believe in. And you're telling me there's an audience of people that want to hear this. Amazing. And then instantly the purity test came. And it was, well, actually, who is red pill black? What does she actually believe about this particular issue? How would she solve what's going on in Afghanistan at the moment? And what are her perspectives on abortion? And suddenly you're being inundated with questions that you've never actually thought through. You said this thing that you actually believe, and you're not there yet. You haven't actually locked all of these things into place. Can we make it easy for people to take that first step? She's not getting up there and saying she's a Christian. By the way, I don't think very many people that hit that stage could get up there and say that they are Christians or embodying Christianity, because the Republican National Convention is not something that was established for only Christians, right? There's a difference between being a Christian and being a conservative and being a Republican. Sometimes you can be all three, but not all the times, right? And some people are just economic conservatives. Maybe she's an economic conservative, but the point is that she said something that she believed to be true, that she felt the media was lying to her about Donald Trump, okay? And instantly that leftist media came to her and they said, you're not allowed to say that. You want to know why? Because you're our slut, right? You're our slut. We already sold you leftism, and that's all you'll ever be. And she stood up to them. I showed that clip a while ago of Amber Rose, and Amber Rose was being chased by TMZ, and they're going, how could you? You were the founder of the Slut Walk. And she held her ground, and she said something very important that I believe in very much. People are allowed to evolve. So when we then say to those people who are trying to evolve that you went from being a slut to being imperfect and we don't want you, that makes other people who are seeing that fearful that they can't also change their minds, that they can't also become something different. Now, to speak to those who feel, okay, but why did the RNC put her on the main stage? I think that's a valid feeling. And I especially know that I felt that way specifically because years ago, they put Kim Klacik at the center of the stage and they had not even done any due diligence. Like, they did not know about her past, working at a strip club. And quite frankly, she was lying about a lot of that stuff publicly. And I took her to task on that. I ended up in a lawsuit with Kim Klacik, and I won that lawsuit after years of having to pay legal fees. I won that lawsuit against her when she tried to sue me for defamation because she wasn't being honest about her past. And I still feel that she completely ran the Republican Party and raised tons of money off of one viral video, and nobody did their due diligence. So I understand that feeling of, are we being duped? Has the RNC done any due diligence? And so I want to validate those concerns, but by also saying that you can feel that, but your quarrel would be with the RNC, not with Amber Rose. So let's not join the chorus of people who are denigrating her on the basis that she has an OnlyFans account that my understanding is that she hasn't posted content to it, and instead try to welcome her. And I've had, just to be open about this, a conversation with her, and I sensed very much, I'm a gut player, that she was very genuine and that she is very much struggling right now because of this horrible limbo of realizing that your friends on the left don't want you anymore because, God forbid, you wear a MAGA hat, and your potential friends on the right are now crawling through your pages and saying, ha, 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 look at this girl. She's a conservative. She's supposed to be on stage. Let's just not do that. Let's just not do that. Let's just press pause for a second and give her the space to learn, because she is not going to be what we would want her to be.
So I know
Yeah.
that I was the one that watched Candace, and I
Mhm.
wanted you to see it, and I just really liked her perspective because people do have a tendency to do that. They
Yeah.
can be judgmental, and they
Mhm.
can be really harsh when someone that from a different side is kind of seeing things for what they really are, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, I used to think this, but now I see that this is really better, or now I agree, with these things, and I'm aligning with these things." And so it's like people are allowed to change their mind. I
Right.
understand, hesitancy or, you know, wanting to make sure that someone's being genuine
Right.
because that's important.
Mhm.
But at the same time, you don't want to make people feel unwelcome. You want to make people feel like, you know, we want to embrace people who are wanting to change their mind and see
Yeah.
things differently, maybe more clearly,
Mhm.
as some might would say, coming to the light.
Well, like she says, evolve.
Evolve, that's
Evolve as
right.
people.
That's right.
When I found out she was going to be on there, I was kind of taken back. I don't know much about her. What I did know was not good. I knew she had kind of done some trashy things.
And you knew more than I did. I
And
didn't know
it was
anything
just
about her
kind
at
of,
all.
it's not like I've watched her content. I knew she was going to be on there because on some of the
You better not have
forums.
watched her content.
No. Well, they were talking about it on X and all beforehand that she was
Okay.
going to be on there, and you reading the comments, and um, I knew she had done some questionable things. I knew she had only fans and all. I knew she was kind of trashy.
Okay.
So I was like, oh my God, what are they doing? But when she came on and she spoke, she looked classy, and she spoke, and I really listened to what she was saying.
Right.
I did feel like she was being sincere. Now, we didn't play the whole clip. You can go on to the RNC, to Donald Trump's page, and look at the RNC. He's got the full thing.
You can watch the whole
find her
thing.
clip.
I think this was from
I mean,
Monday night.
and I would. And if you're on the fence about Amber, I would recommend go watch her entire speech.
It was really good.
It was really good. It was moving. She talks about her father who was in the military and all, and so she goes into it quite a bit. And to see her evolve just with her story about where she is now, is good. And then I hadn't watched this, so I just watched it. We had planned on doing a video on this a couple
About
of
her
days ago.
anyway. Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad we did. We waited and we heard Candace's
Because there was a
take
lot that
on
I
it.
didn't know.
Right. And
A
it
lot
kind
that
of
I didn't
opened my
know.
eye. Candace's take kind of opened my eyes a little bit. Two parts: Amber's actual speech, and then Candace's reaction. I kind of agree with Candace.
I do too.
Um, you have to let people evolve.
You have to give them room, and
I-
understand that they're not going to just change overnight. They're not going to. And two, it's like just because someone doesn't agree with you about everything doesn't mean they're wrong and doesn't mean you're right, or vice versa. I think that that's kind of the whole point,
Yeah.
is that we can still agree on what's most important. Like
Yeah.
she was talking about being a mom and talking about her children and them being safe and them growing up in a world where they can be successful and they can have a good life.
Yeah.
Like that is something that I would hope that all Americans could
Yeah.
agree on. So there are some things like that we're not going to agree on, but when it comes down to the most important, vitally important things as far as our quality of life, our family, and just living,
Yeah.
those are things that we should align on. And so I think that that's what's so cool about this thing that's happening,
Yeah.
where people like Amber Rose are, they're changing their mind because they're seeing that
She did the research herself.
that's right.
Just like so many people, they utter what they hear on TV. Donald Trump's a racist. I questioned it. I'll be honest, I question it. So I started research. I can't find anywhere that
No.
he said or done anything racist. And you go back and look in all these people that are claiming he was racist. You can go back and find pictures where they're standing next to him and they're a buddy buddy, they're smiling and all. And it all changed when
He decided to run for
he
president.
decided to run for president and he changed the D to an R behind his name. That's when everyone turned on him. That's when people started saying he was racist. And you know what? They're full of it. They're lying to you. They're lying to your face.
Yep.
Amber was lied to her life most of her life about Trump. Her dad set her straight. Her dad questioned it. Her dad
But he also
pushed
encouraged her
right
to do her
the own
own.
research.
Yep.
And when she did, she couldn't find the any truth to the rhetoric that the media has been saying. And that's what everyone needs
People
to
are
do.
starting to wake up, which is really refreshing. And I guess that's what I mean. You know, there's a lot of people that are like, I didn't vote for Trump in 2016. I didn't vote for Trump in 2020, but I'm voting for Trump in 2024. I mean, you're seeing that. Like,
Yeah.
people are like, enough is enough. Like, look around. Like, this is terrible. And so it's just, you know, it's kind of like, sometimes it has to get worse before it gets better. And I feel like that's what we've been living the past
Yep.
going on 4 years now. And so I think that people are awake and, you know, they're realizing, hey, this is enough is enough, you know, and I'm not just going to keep doing the same thing expecting different results, because it's not going to work, and they are lying to us. So I think that, and I can see change in Donald Trump, like even the people that are surrounding him, like I can see him.
Yes.
I think he, you know, he didn't know, you know, whenever he went in his first term, you know, he was new to politics, you know, he didn't really know. I mean, he had Mike Pence as a running mate, and he ended up being not so great.
And the whole thing about Pence was he was trying to,
He's establishment.
well, he was trying to, you know, go after the Christian base to show that, you know, the Christian base. That was Mike Pence's.
Yeah.
But he didn't do enough research on Mike Pence to find out what kind of person Mike Pence really was. But
we're not going to talk about him. But anyway, I just think it's just different now.
Yeah.
I think that he is kind of a trailblazer now. And I think he's met some amazing people. And it's amazing to me how people that are new into politics, you know, people that are, you know, or maybe haven't been in very long, just new blood, so to speak. And that's always a good thing. It's refreshing. And it's just nice to see people from different backgrounds, different places that have something different and unique to bring to the table, like their own, you know, experiences and skills and knowledge and to help make America great again, basically. So anyway, we just wanted to talk about this and share
our thoughts. We thought this was, you know, both clips were was worth sharing. So anyway, but I guess we're going to end this one.
Yeah. So please like and subscribe, of course. Please share with your friends. We're trying to grow our channel. It's slow growing. But I know there's so much out there. There's so much content out there. So I know it's hard, but we really, really appreciate if you would please like and subscribe to our channel and like our videos. And also please comment. We really love hearing from you. We love hearing what you think. Please let us know what you think about Amber Rose. If you knew about her already, if you didn't, if you watched the convention, if you've been following it, you know, we want to make some other videos about some other speakers. There's been some great speeches, really good ones.
Really good speakers. And they brought a lot of, you know,
just average Americans, not just politicians,
telling their story with, you know, from all walks of life. So it's been really
a lot of mothers and some people that have lost, you know, loved ones, either, you know, because of the immigration problem. It's just, or drugs, or it's really been good, but
it's been good.
We'll talk more about that later.
Anyway,
thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Until next time.
Bye-bye.